All right. All right. Be on the lookout for my super simp superhero series starring Derrick Jackson and C Rock Smooth and other notable mentions. This one right here is another one, y'all. This one been cloud chasing Tommy Sotomayor. This one been cloud chasing anybody that holds black women accountable. Some of y'all may know who she is. She's had several names on YouTube, which I don't trust because I feel like if you have a ton of different names, I feel like you're hiding from something. If you have to keep rebranding yourself. But anyway, she's a baby mama. Yeah, so let me just let her talk a little bit. Some of y'all know who she is. She faked her death a couple of months ago. I actually cried for this girl back in, let's say, right before May of last year, right when they were giving the first stimulus checks when Corona hit. She faked her death and she was gone like 4 or 5 months. Like, I was like sincerely sad because, although good riddance in her case, I was like, this is a human being that died. So I felt for her. And then she came back like Lazarus. And now she's Soncerae Monique.
Hey now. What's up? It's Soncerae here. I appreciate you tuning in. Make sure you thumbs up the live stream. You got one job only. Thumbs up.
And you have multiple jobs, let you tell it. And you make 6 figures, but your figure is bad and you're always broke and you live in your car. But I'm going too hard. We just got started. Let's go.
The live stream. That's it.
Another loud black female. I gotta turn you down.
Yo, if you're a fella, come into my comment section. Come into my chat. Ready to talk to me. Ready to learn.
Ready to learn. Like you can teach something. Let me see what this chat talking about.
Ready to have intellectual conversation. If you are not a fella, if you are not a gentleman, then it's no use in me having a conversation with you. I love to have intellectual conversation with open.
Anyway, so the name of this video is Why I Never Bother Conversing. Never trust a black female that even uses this term, whether it's real or not. Conversate. Why I'd never bother conversing with Kevin Samuels or low energy men like him. In other words, using his name and a title to get views, but then claiming you would never talk to him. Yeah, you probably wouldn't talk to him because you would get grilled. Grilled like some tilapia, like your man said your drawers smell like tilapia. Yeah, remember that? Remember your man said your punani stank? And you got online and agreed that it stank and you said your pH balance was off because you was pregnant. The devil is a lie. Just because you pregnant don't mean you got to suffocate that baby with that stank like a motherfucking gas chamber with your smells down there.
A lot of people think in a one-sided manner, especially a lot of men. What I notice is that social media is filled with a lot of bitter ass men. I think
No. It's filled with more bitter women. Are you serious?
Complain more than any other person on this planet as far as
that's a lie. Men usually be chilling. They really do. They're laid back. They're nonchalant. They're chilling. Women are the ones be bitter.
Internet goes. Now I know there are women out there. There are women out there who have their anti-black man movement.
That's you. I mean, projection
going on, but for the most part, I don't see a lot of that because that's not the type of content that I subscribe to. I also
that's the type of content you make. She's ticking me off, and we're only 1 minute into the video.
Subscribe to hypergamy gurus. I also do not subscribe to misogyny gurus. But what I notice is the more that I create content, whether it's on OnlyFans, YouTube, Facebook, where else? TikTok, it could be anywhere. Most of the platforms that I get on, that I do content on, the second I start talking about beta males, alpha male strategies, what a good man is, what a bad man is, if I talk about black men or black women, of course, a lot of men come into the comment section and the first thing that they're talking to me about is Kevin fucking Samuels. Over and over and over again.
Here to hate.
all I hear about is Kevin fucking Samuels. So
cannot express themselves without cursing. Red flag.
many men, I'm telling you, hundreds of men have said to me, when you going to talk to Kevin Samuels? I would love to hear you and Kevin Samuels have a conversation. Why don't you go into Kevin Samuels' show? Have you tried to talk to Kevin Samuels? And I'm sitting in my comment sections deleting just a whole bunch of men talking about Kevin Samuels.
Yep, you are deleting because you can't stand somebody to have a difference of opinion. How you gonna make it in this world? People that charge me up, I let they comments stay. And I may or may not reply, but either way, I let them talk to people that agree with them, disagree with them. They could be talking about me together on my channel. I don't care. How you gonna call yourself a guru or somebody that's, whatever you claim to be today, and you can't take criticism?
Over and over and over again, because to me, any man who listens to his content is one of two things or both things. One, he has an issue with women. He's socially awkward. He's a beta. He wouldn't listen.
There we go again. He has an issue with women. Because he holds us accountable, he has an issue with women.
Listen to anything that I have to say anyway, because he's closed-minded. I can only affect the lives of men who are wanting to improve and who have an empty cup. I can't come into the life of a man intellectually, visually, nothing. I can't do nothing with a man who only has this full cup of information that is so bad, that is so detrimental to him. It's nothing that I could do about that.
No, you know that you couldn't even be in his presence because he would freaking break you down in 2.3 seconds and see all the way through you as if you were transparent.
A man wants to change, he has to empty his cup.
Ain't nothing on you real. Nothing, literally, on you or in you.
New shit. And so when men come to me and they're talking about Kevin Samuels, they're one of two things. They're either you're just closed-minded, can't deal with them, they're socially awkward, they hate black women.
Let's go with that, which obviously I don't agree with. Why do you feel that Kevin Samuels and other men like him hate black women, but you exclude other women? If somebody would hate women, wouldn't they hate all women? The only reason you're excluding everyone else and saying black women is because you know the majority of black women are headaches. And they're loud, and they're boisterous, and they're cantankerous, and they're argumentative, and they're freaking bossy and controlling, and they want to be alpha, and the list can go on and on and on and on and on and on and on. If you change the behavior, then folks won't be calling it out. Thus, you won't be on here saying that such and such hates black women. No, they hate the attitude and the characteristics of black women. Have no problem with the complexion and features. It's the attitude. It's the aura. It's the vibes. It's the yeast infections.
Okay? Sometimes it's both. Sometimes it's they hate black women and they're just socially awkward and don't want to improve. A lot of people who have fucked up situations, who are male, they don't.
How you gonna talk about a effed up situation when you was living in a parking lot and bathing in a Walmart bathroom, using the sink to take a whole bath? You were the queen of a effed up situation. You lived in a extended stay motel with like 6 people, 2 beds that are like freaking full size, like you, triple king size. That's the only king you gonna ever have. It's the size of your shirt, a California king bed, because you ain't gonna have no man because you're too controlling and you're crazy. You got misery and fatal attraction written all over you, along with them ghetto tattoos.
Want to improve who they are to be able to attract a better person. Now, there are people out there that say, hey, you improving yourself is not going to get you a better person. You're not going to be able to get better men and better women. And if you don't improve yourself, that's bullshit. You got to improve yourself. You got to be a good version of who you are in order for you to be able.
Why are you making videos about women improving themselves when you haven't improved yourself? Stop trying to be the success story before you're the success story. Wait until you get there. It'll be that much sweeter when you really have it, but you want to fake it until you make it. You still live in your car. You still qualify for a stimulus check. You still got 2 kids with 2 different baby daddies. Your mother freaking vagina is still loose as a goose. What else is wrong with you? Ain't nothing on you real. Your hair ain't real. Your eyelashes ain't real. Your eyebrows ain't real. What else? Your nails ain't real. You probably had a Brazilian butt lift. I don't know. You probably tried to have gastric or something. I don't know. But what I do know is your life is in shambles. You're chasing a man that don't want you. You're trying to have all these different friends, men friends at your friend zone just so you can use them for money. You're living with your mama in the extended stay and you're faking your death all willy-nilly. How are you qualified to speak on bettering yourself when you supposed to be dead? You were supposed to be taking a dirt nap. In addition to them naps on your head, you were supposed to be taking a dirt nap. You are supposed to be deceased, but instead you are alive and obese.
To attract the right kind of person. I ain't saying be perfect, but I'm saying you got to put your best foot forward to be good at anything, to be successful at anything, not just relationships, but not just marriages, but also your businesses, your money, your finances, what type of parents you are, what type of athlete you want to be, what type of mentor you want to be, what type of businessman, whatever it is that you want to be, even if it's just you want to be a content creator. You have to put your best foot forward in order for you to improve your situation.
Why are we looking at one shoulder with a dirty bra strap line? Just one stroll. Just one shoulder. Like, come on, bruh. Come on. All these struggle sexy pigs.
Period. So if it's somebody out there telling you that, you don't have to work on yourself or to work smart and improve who you are.
Kevin Samuels tells us to work on ourselves, and you act like you have a problem with him, but you're saying the same thing. So do you just want attention like most women?
So you can get the type of person and things and experiences that you want. They're lying to you, okay? Period. Now,
if you have to tell people in your live stream right here on the board, if you have to type thumbs up the live stream, but then don't get no thumbs up, that's why you have to turn the likes and dislike off. You have to disable it. Yeah, that's the problem. I went ahead and disliked it anyway because I know you can see it in the background.
I didn't learn about Kevin Samuels. I think I learned about Kevin Samuels. I heard somebody say something about Kevin Samuels maybe 3 years ago. Maybe 3 or 4 years ago was the first time I heard of Kevin Samuels.
Oh, but now that he's blowing up because talking about that woman that's average at best, now you want to jump on the bandwagon like you jump on the Cox and got 2 different kids by 2 different daddies? Okay.
I wasn't impressed then. Still not impressed now.
Yeah, your hair need to be pressed. That's why you pressed with them press-on nails when you be at the swingers club. With a stank poo nanny. Yeah, your man told everything. You trifling. What type of woman go to the motherfucking club with a stank cooter?
I think most of the people that follow him are the same men that are easy to tap into on social media. I think beta males or men who are struggling, socially awkward, dusties are
evidently you easy to tap too with them 2 kids.
The easiest fucking audience to get. All you gotta do is get on a platform and drag women and get an audience. That audience is the easiest audience to tap into.
No accountability. I'm tired of these men talking about these women, but I'm not going to call out the women that's doing the things that's giving the men things to talk about. Like, come on.
Male content creator on YouTube or any other social media platform knows that in order for them to become something fast and in a hurry, all they have to do is drag and insult black women. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. So, Platinum Elite, I'm going to talk about my reasoning behind why I'm not interested in it. Kevin Samuels isn't the first person that a lot of beta males kept pushing into my face. And the only reason why I say beta is because I don't want to call you a shit stain or any other man a shit stain.
You shouldn't. Why you on OnlyFans selling stained drawers? I saw that on your OnlyFans. You selling used underwear. You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Something that's a little bit more pleasant. But most men who hear the term
skid mark selling bastard.
beta anyway. It has a negative connotation on top of it. That's
I
why
bet they granny panties too.
you get so emotional anytime I say the word beta. If you are alpha, usually when I'm talking about betas, it don't apply to you, so you ain't stunting what I'm talking about, no way. But when men come into my comment section and they are extremely emotional, when I use the term beta, I already know what I'm saying applies to them specifically. All right, so I just don't want to be disrespectful by generalizing men, number one, and number two, calling the man out his name or saying something rude. You know what I'm saying?
Girl, you do it all the time on your other channel.
And beta is the only word I could use to describe the type of men that I'm talking about. So when I say alpha, I'm talking about good.
She got a whole different other channel, y'all, for her other personality. It's called God Queen Live or something like that. A whole different other personality where she talks just like spiritual whistleblower, cussing like a sailor.
When I say beta, I'm talking about bad ones. Okay? There's no other definition to it. Now, I know everybody has their own definition, but when I'm speaking,
girl, get to the point.
To the conversation. So Kevin Samuels was not the first man that a whole bunch of betas started pumping into my face. The first man that betas was pushing in my face was Tommy Sotomayor. To me,
after all these years, you don't know how to say Tommy Sotomayor's name right. Even though Tommy Sotomayor says his own name on every video, you're still calling him Tommy Sotomayor, and you've been head to head with him. This is what I'm talking about black women. They don't learn, they don't listen. Remedial. They got to keep being told the same thing over and over and over and over again. Like when they talking with Kevin Samuels. Please don't interrupt me. Okay, I'm sorry. 5 seconds later, interrupts. Please don't interrupt me. I'm not going to tolerate that. Okay, I'm sorry. Interrupts again. This one. Tommy Sotomayor. No, it's Tommy Sotomayor. Like, it's not even that hard.
Kevin Samuels is nothing but a revamped, cleaner, sharper version than Tommy. He's still disrespectful. Don't get it twisted, but he sugarcoats his bullshit. That's all. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you're someone like a image consultant, like he says he's an image consultant, everything is about image. Everything is about who you depict yourself to be or who you appear to be. That's what Kevin Samuels is. He's putting on a depiction of what he thinks people will want to be attracted to, especially men, okay? Men who aren't wealthy don't know when they see a man who's genuinely wealthy, so they don't really know what goes into being a high quality.
Look how she's trying to down talk Kevin Samuels' subscribers, trying to make it seem like they don't have enough sense to know what a high quality man is. Come on now.
Or of high value. So when you dealing with people that don't know any better, you could just pump them full of whatever type of information that they want to hear. Women are the same way. It's not just beta males that are falling for this. It's little, dust bunnies that's falling for this shit too. Because they're seeing a man, he's dressed nice, he might look sharp, but if you stripped him of all of those things, what would he have left? It wouldn't be.
And if we stripped you of all those things, we would have nothing but ugly and stretch marks and cellulite. So you better be happy that you have all those things to cover all that girth up.
Character, it wouldn't be charmed.
Get your worth up, not your girth up.
Doesn't have the best character in the world.
How are y'all coming to this conclusion about this man? Because he's telling us the truth. Y'all trying to say if we took all the fancy stuff away, he wouldn't have a good character. How? Based on what?
Person in the world. He's not the most charming person in the world. He has a dubious character.
Dubious character, and you out here faking your death and chasing men down and forcing them to pay child support when they already told you they didn't want to have a kid in the first place. But he's dubious and you're delirious.
Disrespects women. Obviously says that he has this negative relationship with women. Whoever it was that, hurt his feelings, maybe it was his mother.
I don't hear him disrespecting women. I hear women disrespecting him when they come on his show, over talking him, giggling, reading the chat, not being serious, not making eye contact, making weird faces, and etc., etc. That's rude.
Maybe it was somebody that he dated when he was in high school. Maybe it's
here we go with the typical who hurt you scenario.
Ex-wives he got, because he got a whole bunch of them. But from what I understand about this man...
Yeah, and you have a whole bunch of fiancés, don't you? Don't you? Didn't you marry your eldest child's father or you didn't. I don't know. Point is, nobody wants you. He got people to go down the aisle with him, and you didn't.
He is trying to encourage other women who may be confident women.
Only person you can get down the aisle with you is another biggin piggin, and y'all looking for chips, and y'all strolling down the soda aisle, or y'all strolling down the juice aisle, or you probably strolling down the vitamin aisle because you probably think one a day women's gonna keep you healthy and you can eat everything that you want to eat. By Austin.
Who may be women who have themselves together. He's trying to put these women down and knock these women off of their quote unquote high horse. And men who do that feel like
he wants to knock that horse hair off their head. That's what he wants to do. Forget the high horse. Just get the horse head. Get the horse hair out your head. Hashtag that.
Are above them, and the only way that they can get these women to be beneath them is if they try to knock them down. Okay, and that the only type of man that does that are beta males. Betas are the only ones who compare themselves.
Beta. All these darn labels.
And when you are a man out here comparing yourself to a woman, you're a beta. And a lot of betas do this. If you find yourself in the comment sections of women and the first thing you do is attack them. Because
again, truth is not attack.
Of what they are saying to you intellectually, you are a beta. A lot of people, say...
Get off your butt. Stop eating pork chips and pork chops. Exercise, be feminine, cooperative, and all of this. How is that attacking the female? Wear your natural hair. How is that attacking the female? Look at this. Look at all this in your head. That's why I believe a majority of y'all are slow. Seriously. Because you got all that in your head. It got to be depleting your brain cells.
Soncerae, you call anybody that disagree with you a beta. That's not true. I call men who are ignorant betas. I call men who can't think of a logical response to what
Why are you online worried about this stuff and your child is like 2.5, almost 3 and can't read and barely talk? That's what you need to be focused on. God bless your child. While you worried about betas and all this other foolishness. Go spend time with your child and teach him the alphabet and teach him how to count to 100.
I'm saying, and instead of them thinking a little harder, they throw out an insult.
And no, I'm not talking about your kid. I'm talking about you. Okay? That ain't that baby fault. It's your fault because you don't spend time with him.
Like my physical appearance. That's a beta to me. So, it isn't men that disagree with me. You just have to be logical.
Because you know good and doggone well you wouldn't want your son to bring home a woman like you. Gonna have a kid and gonna try to trap a man with a baby to get child support while you close to 40. And I already didn't raise your child as 19 or 20. But you want to start over so you can have a meal ticket.
You're speaking to me and it has to make some fucking sense. Okay? Now.
You about like Lil Wayne baby mama Toya. And I'm gonna go there. She had that Regina Carter for 18 years and so happened to get pregnant again with somebody else that's rich because that child support from Lil Wayne was about to stop. Ain't no way you should be having...
Like I said, Kevin Samuels was the first man that a whole bunch of betas start pushing in my face. Now, what betas tend to do when they can't think of anything intellectual themselves and they can't debunk something that's being said by a woman, they usually turn to their shield or their crutch to prove a point. So anytime I post a video, especially on TikTok lately, they've been doing it on TikTok, men will come into my comment section and they'll say, this is what Kevin Samuels would say, or, they'll just keep mentioning Kevin Samuels over and over and over and over again and keep asking me, well, why don't I talk to him? Why don't I come on his show? This is the same thing men were doing when, like I said, with Tommy. Everybody kept begging me to come on Tommy's show, come on Tommy's show, come on Tommy's show. But it would be no point. It
would be a point. Popcorn would sell out. Diet soda would sell out. I'm telling you, you would get some shares in Orville Redenbacher, whatever the name is, Orville Redenbacher. Act 2 popcorn, all that. Because we would get a show. And I'd be begging for a standing O.
Pointless thing to do, because I don't think that if I was to come onto this man's show, number one, he would respect me.
He would respect you as long as you respected him. Like he does with everybody else that calls in.
And treat me the way that I desire to be treated. And that's something that I learned about being on these platforms with these men, including Tommy. That when I did decide to go onto their platforms, instead of them being respectful of me like I would respect them as I'm coming onto their platform, they would do whatever they could to try to embarrass me.
No, you embarrass yourself. You embarrass yourself. You get on there giggling. You get on there not answering the question. You get on there deflecting. That's why you end up getting roasted.
Be condescending towards me. Unnecessarily, you know what I mean? Like you can disagree with someone without having to do all that extra shit, you know. So I just feel like
you want all the smoke that comes from Tommy, because that's why you still use his name in your tags, even when the video has nothing to do with Tommy. So cut it.
Like it would be a waste of energy, because the only reason why they will put me on their show or have me on their show would be to exploit me. It wouldn't be
exploit. Nobody needs you for any views. Exploit.
To help me improve, or be a better woman. It would be to harm me. And
telling you to lose weight would not be to harm you. Telling you to take all that makeup off and wear your natural hair would not be to harm you. Telling you to tone it down and be cooperative and nice and friendly and feminine would not be to harm you.
I just don't have the respect.
Have this country as a sugar sandwich.
It's required in order for me to want to be on this man's show. Like, I don't trust him enough to be able to want to interact.
Oh my God. What would you need to trust him for? All he's doing is telling you facts.
You know what I mean? Like, I just don't feel like it's worth it to me. Because, I mean, a lot of people told me to give this guy a chance. Like I said, I heard about him 4 years ago, and somebody was telling me to give him a chance.
Your own life ain't worth it to you because you refuse to get healthy.
And I was like, I'm good. And this time around, I was kind of not given a choice, because one of his clips went viral. It was on World Star Hip Hop. It was everywhere, so I had no choice but to see him. And so once I checked out the first clip of his, and I started watching more content of his, I started to understand why the fuck women were watching him, and why the fuck so many lost women was trusting what he was saying. And for me, it's like, I'll just never be the type of woman who's that lost, who will turn into the direction of Kevin Samuels. If anything, if I want somebody to help me with my relationships, it won't be Kevin Samuels. If anything, it'll be somebody like maybe Tony Gaskins, or some couple of other relationship advice, some type of men on Instagram that I saw. Hey, Platinum Elite, you talking about check my mail? Yeah, I check my mail, but
I don't know about Tony, but Tony Gaskins. But basically she wants somebody like Derrick Jackson that's gonna pander and make it seem like everything's the man's fault.
You could have just said whatever you had to say here. I would have responded to you. But yeah, I really would like to know why so many men are impressed by this man. And I know you guys basically care about this whole high value man thing that he's token. But like I said in previous live streams,
how you got 43,000 subscribers, 13 minutes in the video, and then only had 2 comments?
If he's the definition of what a high value man is, a lot of y'all can do better. We're talking about a man who's been divorced twice. We're talking about a man who is barely charming here. We're talking about a man that isn't even the best looking man in the world. So if he and his low energy followers are all like men of value, I think a lot of you can do better. A lot of you can be better. Honestly.
Seriously. Judging by her past relationships, I don't even know how she has the audacity to speak on Kevin.
Of course, I'm not going to use my channel as like this place where I'm just going to drag the fuck out of Kevin Samuels, because I don't have any emotional like attachments to him. I don't have any ill will towards this man. It's just I want to know why the fuck do men keep asking me to talk to this man? Like I don't see the appeal.
Because
I'm trying to understand.
we need somebody to try to drill some sense into that airhead of yours.
And why it would be so appealing. Is it for entertainment purposes? Because that's the only thing I could think of. For entertainment purposes, people want me to sit down and talk to Kevin Samuels to see which one of us insults the other the most. You know, that's usually why betas want to see two people have a conversation.
Oh my God, betas. I'm done.